What is up, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. Let's talk about it. I'm out, I'm in the streets. Today is a beautiful day. And it's a beautiful day because I'm above ground. It's a beautiful day because I'm not in the basement. And this election, I mean, come on. Game of Thrones writers are truly jealous of what we've got going on in 2020 because you cannot write more tension than what we're experiencing right now. No one is this good. I woke up this morning. I checked the Twitter. I checked the Twitter. I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe it. Who is orchestrating this thing? Okay, we're definitely in a simulation. We are 100% a simulation. And this is the part where the game breaks. Because I could not believe that I was reading that the President of the United States, the guy who denied the severities, has actually, just so ironically, this is poetic justice, right? President Trump tests positive for the virus. And, we're 32 days away. We are 32 days away. We're 14 days away from the next, is it 14 days? We're about somebody offered me 50. We're about 2 weeks away from the next debate. Okay? And we keep talking about who's gonna win this thing. What's it looking like? The back and forth is always there. And I keep telling y'all, I don't know. It's because things keep happening. What could happen in 30 days? What could happen 30 days before the election that would make it even more interesting? Oh, I don't know. The president has to go to quarantine for 15 days? What? 13 days till the next debate. Thank you. Question, is he lying or not? You see, that's an interesting question. But I think a more interesting question is, will he continue to lie? Because it doesn't matter if he's lying right now. I don't really see what the benefit of lying, saying that he has it now, will be. But I 100% believe at this particular point, you're not going to be able to believe anything you hear out of the White House. You won't be able to believe anything because, who wants to let that narrative be told by anyone but themselves? To skip the debate? No. He doesn't want to skip the debates. The debates are great for Trump. Yeah, he really didn't do a great job the other day, but in 2 additional debates, he wouldn't have any trouble, scaling back a little bit, being less of a jackass, and simply focusing on accomplishments and policy and attacking Joe Biden's record rather than his character. I think there's plenty to handle with Joe Biden. But imagine if he can't debate. Imagine if he can't debate and all of a sudden Joe Biden gets a pass. Joe Biden gets, because we saw Nancy Pelosi come out and say, okay, 1 debate is enough. So there's no reason for you to actually have to debate this guy again. What if now he doesn't have to? And we know ballots are being shipped all across the country. They're already out, okay? So people are able to vote. They don't have to debate. Trump can't do any more rallies. He can't do any more live events. Actually, hell, this might actually help Trump because his silence might be his best ally at this particular moment, because he could only say something horrible or do something stupid. What happens with Pence? I imagine Pence is just on standby. I don't think he's going to not do his presidential duties just because he's tested positive. They said his symptoms are pretty mild right now. So, we'll see. But you know what? That's probably, I don't know. I guess that's true. They said that someone who's close to him tested positive, so he probably just got tested positive off of that. But I was thinking, of course, if there are symptoms, you're not going to know about it. You wouldn't. There's no way he can be there. Yeah. But do they go virtual debate? Does he say, I don't feel well, can't debate? Does this change his narrative? Is he going to change his policies on, healthcare or anything like that? Probably not. This isn't going to change policy. This is just strategy. This is all like, how does this election play out now? If he pulls through, he'll come back stronger and say, see, exactly. He 100% will say, if I can do it, you can do it. I survived. Clearly not that bad. They say he's quarantined for only 10 days. I thought he was supposed to quarantine for 2 weeks. Either way, all Joe Biden has to say now is I don't feel comfortable being around him. Like, you know what I mean? Joe Biden now has a pass. He now has, we already know that Joe Biden has been shielded and like severely protected by the people around him so that he doesn't get exposed. So this is a gift to Joe Biden. Joe Biden couldn't have asked for anything better, because I don't know what would have happened over the next 2 weeks. All Joe Biden needs at this particular point is for, I don't know, some type of major economic crash in the next couple of weeks. The stock market will take a big hit the week before the election. This thing's over. You heard Biden tested negative? Yeah. If Biden was a smart man, no. I would not say this is being political. If Biden was a smart man, he'd just start talking about policies related to healthcare right now. Yeah, good thing we got that. He's not running on Medicare for all, but good thing we have that public option available to you, just in case you find yourself in a situation like the president, where you're not able to go to work. Stocks might go down. Oh, I imagine they will. 14 days of golfing. I don't know what he's doing for 14 days, but I know he ain't doing no events. So that's huge. Now, is this going to change the way people feel about him? Not the hardcore supporters. But I definitely think some of them people who were sitting on the sidelines, like, skeptical of the severity of things, yeah, they're probably going to put this one on another one in the column for Joe Biden. If Trump gets sick, like for real sick, it'd be crazy. I don't even know if I can say this, because I don't know. This is probably going to shut my stream down. If Trump gives Joe Biden the virus, and then Joe Biden becomes deathly ill, this whole thing is absolutely nuts. Let's all move to Canada. It is doable, but you need a sponsor. Let me walk across the street real quick, like the jackass on the live stream. Shut it down, YouTube. I've been dreaming of a Yang versus Trump debate. Yeah, that ain't happening, man. The sovereign state of humanity knows that. Yeah. So, I don't want to really, there's nothing really to talk about. We don't have any information. We're really just interested in the polls, right? Like, what are the polls going to be? We don't know just yet. We're going to have to wait a little bit. But like I said, pro-Trump side is going to be, hey, he can't say anything stupid. Probably not going to be doing too much. Definitely is a negative for him, because it's going to expose him when he's been, having such strong opinions about the severity of what this thing means. He's not able to go out and campaign. Probably just going to be inactive for the next 2 weeks. So if Joe Biden can use this to avoid the debate, that's one more debate down. He's still got his Twitter. See, that's what I said. Him not talking actually helps him. He just can't hold events. Events is what hurts him. He don't need to be out, man. He just do wild stuff. He really needs to chill. Like, this is like, the people who work for him are like, thank God. Sit your ass down, please. Stressing me out. Any news on my state post? I don't know just yet. You know, starting Tuesday, I'll be out in the streets with the super PAC, seeing what we can do to have some impact on the election. So I'll be able to talk to voters door to door. So that'll be an interesting experience. I'll let you guys know. But as far as what I've heard, I think this is a red state, man. People they're not flinching, you know what I mean? They're not really worried. I was actually just at a restaurant or a coffee house. Place is packed. Place is packed, man. Like, they're not worried about the things that the Northerners or the West Coasters are worried about. We're just kind of doing our own thing out here. Lord. How do you feel about him not denouncing white supremacy? I mean, he's an idiot. This is, again, very simple thing to do. Yes. The fact that he didn't is just like, dude, what are you doing? Oh, you trying to lose, right? You trying to lose because you're making a real good effort of trying to lose. I see it all over your face. Like, every time you do something, like, oh yeah, you trying to lose. I mean, this was not that difficult of a thing to figure out. When they ask you, do you denounce white supremacists, whether or not you truly do, because it doesn't really matter. Like, that's not like, oh, he said it, therefore I believe it, or whatever, you know what I mean? If they're giving you money, you're not gonna be like, oh, I'm not gonna take that money. You're just gonna be like, all right, cool. Yeah, I denounce them, whatever. You don't stutter, you don't fumble on that one, man. That's a layup, okay? That is a layup. You don't miss layups, all right? You still voting for Trump? We know you still vote for Trump. He did the next day on Fox. We're not doing that. Again, you don't miss layups, all right? You don't miss layups. You don't get to go back the next day and say, oh, I made layups in practice. Nah, you just don't miss layups ever, because that's easy. That's a give me. And he stumbled. But we gonna see, man. We're gonna see. I don't know if this changes a ton, but it's definitely interesting. Like I said, the Game of Thrones writers could not have orchestrated a better scenario, because, man, I want him to change, not to die. Yeah, I definitely see that the if he dies, he dies tweets are popping up. And you know what? You knew it was coming. You knew it was coming, right? You know that's how people feel. You might vote for Joe Jorgens. All right. But you know it was coming. It is what it is, yeah. So we're gonna see. It's still a tight election, but I mean, him not being able to be active, and Joe's now gonna get this pass. He's probably gonna be able to avoid that second debate, which was probably gonna be tough, regardless. You know what I mean? And I will say, Joe's seemed pretty lucid over the last week. I don't know what's going on with him. His meds are like super high gear. He's been crushing as far as reading the teleprompter, because last night I saw him doing something else, and I was just like, damn, Joe, just doesn't even look the same guy. He was on fire last night. So that's good. But I mean, I feel like if you keep taking whatever medication he's taking for as long as he's taking it, probably going to be some pretty detrimental effects long term. But I think he can make it through this election. He just got to land this thing. No debates on Zoom. That's definitely going to be an option. But I think that the big thing was they didn't want debates on Zoom. They wanted them to be live, and that was what people really pushed for. So he's got that hydroxia. Yeah, so if they're going to have to debate, no one's going to pay attention to a debate that's on Skype or Zoom or whatever. Does Biden have a lunch? He will eat McDonald's and Diet Coke. Yeah, that's actually the more interesting question. Is he going to listen to the scientists now? Is he going to listen to the doctors now? Is he going to take it seriously now? Or is this just an opportunity for him to just be like, look, this is fine. I'm doing fine. I'm over here. I got my Cheetos. I got my McDonald's, my KFC. This is nothing. This is another day in the park. You know what I mean? So let's get the economy going. I just can't believe it. That's all I'm saying. I can't believe it. Or what if Melania were to succumb to this situation? What if Melania Trump were to leave us because of this? I mean, just imagine. Just imagine. or anyone who he's connected to, like anyone in his inner circle. I mean, this is crazy. We'll be replaced by But yeah, that's all I got, man. Like I said, I'm out and about. I'm coming back from a meeting. I just thought I'd drop in, give you guys the update. I'm sure you guys have already heard this news elsewhere, but you know, I don't really have a take on it. There's nothing really to have a take on. We're just gonna see what's gonna happen going forward. And I think for 2 weeks, we're gonna have a nice reprieve. We're not gonna hear about any crazy tweets, probably. Hopefully they take his device away from him. Blow up. Oh boy. There really is no curious. Yeah, you know what? These are things. Andrew just made a good point. This is proof that there's no cure for rich people. These are things that are good, right? That when we have like people trying to suppress votes, hey, maybe votes actually do count. You know, when you see somebody like him get sick, maybe anybody really can just get sick. You know what I mean? Just reaffirming the at least the facade that we're all the same a little bit. But we'll see. Honestly, Andrew Yang seems to be the only respectful human being for wishing Trump well and speedy. I mean, Joe Biden wished him a speedy recovery. But come on, everybody else, the low people on the totem pole, are not going to be as diplomatic. They don't care. Don't stop behind me, dude. All right. But all right, y'all. I'm gonna be back. More videos coming. I'm finally getting back to the crib. Damn, bro. We'll talk. Stay safe. Even the president can fall victim to the pandemic. Hermes.